Hey mathematics learners, welcome to Distance Learning with Lee, where I make learning mathematics super easy. On today's video tutorial, guys, we are going to be tackling question 2.1, right? And I will be separating question 2.1 from question 2.2 because question 2.2 basically deals with tariff systems, okay? So I don't want to basically combine these two questions into one because it's different topics that are being assessed, okay? So I'm going to separate these two questions, right? And question 2.1 basically deals with finance. In particular, we're going to be calculating VAT, right? We're going to be calculating percentages, and we are going to be interpreting the insurance policy document that is basically given to us in Annexure A. Okay, please make sure that you get the link to the addendum down in the description box. I'll make sure that I put a link to that, and also please make sure that you check out the past paper because I've also put a link to the past paper down on the description box. Okay, before we get started with today's video tutorial, guys, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Please make sure that you click on that notification bell so that you get notified every single time I upload a new video tutorial, guys. And also don't forget to give this video tutorial a huge thumbs up because that really helps the channel grow and it helps the channel to reach more learners that want to better their mathematics marks. If you also want to support the channel, guys, please also consider being a part of the Maths Gang, right? That is a great way that you guys can also show appreciation for this channel and the content that I make for you guys. Okay, so without any further ado, guys, let's get started with today's video tutorial. Okay. So question 2.1 says Annexure A shows a summary of Bomvana's vehicle and household insurance policy. Okay, we need to use Annexure A to answer the questions that follow. Okay, so before we even have a look at the questions that are given to us, let's just browse. Let's have a look at this Annexure A that is given to us and let's see what we are being told. All right. So Annexure A basically has a summary of car and household. It's a summary of a car and household insurance policy, okay? And it's a car and household insurance policy from Byway, okay? We are given the client's number there, we are given the policy number, right? We're given the date in which this person started this policy. It was the 1st of September 2013, and this is the statement date. Okay, we are given the policy holder's details, given the name of it, and this policy holder is Bomvana. We'll assume it's a he, right? We are given his physical address, his email address, his mobile number, his ID number, and his work telephone number, right? Or his work number. Okay, we're given a summary of the cover. So here we are told that these are the list of items that are insured. So he's basically insured a Kia Picanto, Toyota Corolla, Ford Econ, and a VW Polo, and we're given the premiums that he pays for each of these cars. He pays 200 for the Kia Picanto, 520 plus minus 520 for the Toyota Corolla, 133 rand and 16 cents for the for the Ford Econ, and we basically need to determine how much he pays for the VW Polo, right? We're also told that he's basically here. We see that he's also insured his home, okay, and he's got road cover, and we are told that the discount that he's basically received is 266 rand and 15 cents. Okay, we are told the total monthly premium that he pays including VAT. So VAT has been included in this total monthly premium as 2,184 rand and 21 cents. Okay, we're also given the excess. Guys, the excess is the amount that you basically pay before your insurance pays. Okay, so we are basically given the definition. It says the excess is the amount payable to you, okay, to the service provider when you make a claim. For example, let's say you basically or Bomvana is driving his Kia Picanto. His Kia Picanto now gets into an accident, right? This basically means that before Byway pays, okay, for fixing his car, he needs to basically pay an excess of 7,000, okay, if his car was basically damaged due to an accident or internal damage. Okay, so an excess is an amount that you pay to your insurance provider whenever you make a claim. Okay, all right. So I hope I've basically clarified that. I think we're more than ready to have a look at the questions that are given to us. Let's have a look at question 2.1.1. Write down the policy number of Bomvana's insurance policy. Okay, so this one is nice and easy. All we basically have to do is have a look at this insurance policy document and find what the policy number is. Okay, this one is nice and easy, right? The policy number is 233888350. All right, so the policy number is 233888350. Let's have a look at the next question. Determine the missing value. A, the monthly premium for the VW Polo, right? So how can we basically determine this missing value A? Okay, because we're already told that, okay, this is the total amount that was paid. That basically means that if we basically add up all these values, right, together, we need to basically get to that amount. Okay, so we're going to add that 7 rand and 16 plus 241, okay, plus 520 rand and 41 cents, plus 133 rand and 16 cents, plus A, plus 201 rand and 79 cents, plus 23 rand and 30 cents, plus 9 rand and 7 cents, minus, this is a minus because it's a discount, so we're not going to plus discount, okay, because it's also a minus there, minus this 266.15 cents, right, to help us and equate it to 2,184 rand and 21 cents to get what A is. So I'm going to set up the equation like that. Then we're going to solve for our unknown A. Okay, that's the best way you can tackle this problem without making mistakes. Okay, so I already said that. We're going to add up all these values. So I'm going to write them down for you guys. And after we've basically added them up together, we're going to equate them to the total amount. All right. So we've added up all these values, right? And we equate it to the 2,184 rand 21 cents because that is what all these values, right, equal to. Okay. So once we've done that, all we basically need to do is, this is just grade 9 stuff, guys. Collect your like terms, right? So we're going to add these values together, okay? So you're going to punch all these values into your calculator. And when you punch them into your calculator, you'll find that you will get 829 rand 15 cents plus this A, right, is equal to 2,184 rand 21 cents. And then all we need to do now is basically use our additive inverse to solve for A. Okay, so therefore, right, your A becomes, right, when a term moves from the left-hand side to the right-hand side or jumps the equal sign, it becomes a negative. So it's just going to be 2,184 rand 21 cents minus 829 rand and 15 cents. I think black is better for doing our solutions. Okay, and then if you punch that into your calculator, you'll find that A is equal to 1,305 rand and 6 cents. Nice and easy. Let's have a look at the next question. Question 2.1.3 says that Bomvana qualifies for a discount on his insurance premiums as he has insured many items. Calculate the percentage discount that he receives if the total monthly premium before the discount was 2,450 rand and 36 cents. Okay, so we are we are basically told what the discount amount is. Okay, we see what the discount amount is, right? That information is given to us on our policy document. Okay, this is the discount amount that he basically received. Okay, but then, and we are also told that this is the amount that he had to pay. Okay, after they basically gave him the discount. Okay, however, in this case we are told that the amount before the discount was initially 2,450.36 cents. Okay, so if that was the amount before the discount, and we know that the discount amount is 266 rand and 15 cents, how much percentage discount did he receive? Okay, so what we do is that when we're calculating percentage, guys, we know that you take the particular value that you have to calculate a percentage for, divided by the total, and you multiply by 100. Okay, so when you're calculating percentage, right, just always keep this formula in mind. Okay, you take that particular value that you want to calculate the percentage of, right? You're going to divide it by whatever total amount you know, and you multiply that by 100 because you want the percentage. Okay, so in this case, we want to calculate what is the percentage of the discount out of the total amount. Okay, so in this case, what was the value or the discount that he was given? It was 206 rand and 15 cents. What was the total value? Okay, the value before the discount was given, 2,450.36 cents. Because we want the percentage, you need to multiply by 100. So if you punch this into your calculator, you'll find that the percentage discount that he got was actually equal to 10.86169 cents, okay, which is approximately 10.86%. Okay, if you had to round it off to two decimal place. Okay, so this is basically the formula that you can always just keep in mind if they want you to calculate the percentage of something. Okay, so if you want to calculate the percentage, okay, it is equal to your value of whatever item that you want to calculate, or amounts that you want to calculate the percentage of, divided by the total, multiplied by your 100. Okay, because you just want the percentage. Okay, so if you just have this in mind, you'll never go wrong if you have to basically calculate the percentage of something. Okay, so we are done with question 2.1.3. Our answer is 10.86%. Let's have a look at question 2.1.4. Bomvana was involved in a motor vehicle accident during July 2022. The quotation for the damages, okay, from the panel beaters was 43,520. Okay, determine the amount the insurance company will pay the panel beaters. Remember, okay, we spoke about this amount called excess. Okay, right? When we basically had a look at this insurance policy document, right, we were given these excess values, right? And I explained that an excess, right, is an amount that you have to basically pay when you're making a claim. Basically, they're making you pay to claim the money that you've been putting into this insurance for when you get into an accident. Okay, ridiculous, honestly speaking, right? So in this case, because we are told that Bomvana got into an accident, right, he basically needs to pay the insurance policy a certain amount, okay, before they give him his amount that he could go pay to the panel beaters. Okay, so in this case, because we are told that Bomvana was issued with a quotation for damages from the panel beaters of 43,520, how much will the insurance policy actually pay? Okay, so we're gonna have a look at this. The insurance policy is actually not going to pay that 43,520. Okay, they're actually going to pay this amount minus the excess that Bomvana needs to pay his insurance company. Okay, so we need to basically determine what is the excess that Bomvana needs to basically pay to his service provider. Okay, so we're going to see here we've got accidental, theft, hijacking, window, earthquake, fire. So the access that we're going to be focusing on is this one, okay, because it deals with accidents and intentional. Why do I say international? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna be focusing on this excess here, that's 7,000 rand. Okay, so the amount that the insurance company is actually going to pay then, right? Because we see that he has to basically pay an excess of 7,000. Okay, so what his insurance company is going to pay is at 43,520 minus the excess of 7,000. Okay, so that is the amount that they are going to pay. All right, let's write that down. Okay, so the insurance company will pay this 43,520 minus this all thousand. Punch that into your calculator, you'll see that they will actually pay 36,520 rand. Alrighty, let us have a look at question 2.1.5. Calculate the amount of VAT included in the total monthly premium. Okay, so we want to determine what is the amount of VAT included in the total monthly premium. Okay, so what was the total monthly premium in this case? The total monthly premium including VAT was 2,184 rand and 21 cents. Here, guys, you need to always remember if they want the amount of VAT included, amount of VAT excluded, you need to think of this calculation in this way. Okay, we are told that your VAT amount is 15%. Okay, we know that the VAT amount is actually 15%. Okay, and if you have an amount including VAT, okay, that is a okay, and then the amount excluding VAT, right, would therefore be just 100%. Okay, because if you have a VAT amount and you just have amount where VAT has not been included in it, right, you can just think of it as just being 100% of that amount. Okay, so this is your amount excluding VAT. Okay, it doesn't have VAT included, it's just 100%. Okay, and then the amount including contains that 15% VAT. So in this case, the amount including VAT will be the 15% plus the 100%, which is 115%. Okay, so if you're already thinking of this solution in this way, you're not going to get anything wrong. The VAT amount is just 15%. It stays like that. Okay, if you have an amount that excludes the VAT, it's just 100% of that amount. Nothing has been added to the initial value of that amount. It's just 100%. But now, if you now include the VAT, okay, something has been added to our initial amount. Therefore, it'll be 115%. Okay, so now we are going to use this table to help us calculate what the question wants from us, and the question wants us to determine what is the amount of VAT that has been included. So we want to find what was the actual VAT amount. Okay, what was that 15% VAT that was actually included, okay, in our premium. Okay, so we already know that this 21,000, this total monthly premium of 2,184 rand and 21 cents is an amount including the 15% VAT. Keep that in mind, please. Okay, so I'm going to write that down here. Okay, so the amount including VAT is 2,184 rand and 21 cents. So it's safe for us to say that that amount represents 115%. Okay, so we're going to basically take that amount of 2,184 rand and 21 cents, and you're going to multiply by what do we want? Okay, we want our VAT amount. Okay, that is basically what we want here. We want what is the amount of VAT included. Okay, so we want our VAT amount. Okay, so if we want our VAT amount, you multiply by what you want. Okay, so in this case, we're going to multiply by 15%. okay, because that's what we want. We want our VAT amount. And then you're going to divide by what you have. What do we have? We've got the amount including VAT, okay? And the amount including VAT in percentage form is represented by 115%. Okay, so you're going to divide it by that 115%. Okay, this is what you want. We want our VAT amount. This is what you have. We've got the amount including VAT, right? And then in this case, it becomes super easy. We punch it into your calculator, 2,184.21 cents multiplied by 15 divided by 115, right? Why am I not saying percent? Because the percent and percent are canceling. We've got percentage over percentage, okay? So you can just type it as 15 divided by 115. So you'll find that your answer is equal to 284 rand and 8969.565, which is approximately, guys, when we're dealing with money, round it off to two decimal places. Okay, you're not gonna have, never will you ever have 284 rand 0.8969565 cents. Okay, so you need to round it off to two decimal places, which is going to be, so if you round off to two decimal places, we're going to look at the third digit. The third digit will tell you what needs to happen to the second digit. Okay, in this case, this 6 tells us that we need to round the 9 up, and because and when you round the 9 up, that basically automatically means that we also need to round that 8 up. Okay, all right, so in this case our answer is just going to be 284.90. Okay, so that is that 15% VAT that they added to the initial amount. Okay, and that is basically what the question is. Okay, so you've basically answered question 2.1.5. Let's have a look at question 2.1.6. The premium for the Toyota Corolla is much lower than that of the VW Polo. Give one possible reason for this big difference in the premium amount. So, if you're staying in South Africa, you already know the answer for this question. If you're a car fanatic, you love your VW, right? You already know why the premium for your VW is going to be higher, okay? Because the VW Polo is a high risk car, okay? Point blank period. It's a high risk car, right? So that is why if you basically want to buy that car, you're going to pay high premiums, insurance premiums for this car, because yeah, it's in demand in this country by criminals, okay? So in this case, you can give the reason that this car, the VW Polo, is a high risk car, right? Or you can say that probably the premium for the VW is, or the premium for the Toyota Corolla is much lower because maybe the Toyota Corolla is an older model, okay? So yeah, for like older model cars, you do pay like a lesser insurance premium. But sometimes there's a lot of factors that determine how much you're gonna pay for your premiums, okay? But that could also be a reason. Or you can just say the premium for the Toyota Corolla is much lower than that of the VW Polo because the VW Polo costs more than the Toyota Corolla. Okay, so either one of those answers will be accepted. Okay, but I'm going to use the VW is a high risk car. Okay, so because of that, its premiums will be higher. Let's write that down. All right, and let's have a look at, so the VW Polo is a high risk car. Okay, so that is why maybe the premiums of the Toyota Corolla is much lower than that of the VW Polo. Okay, question 2.1.7. Bomvana pays a My Home premium for household content cover to the value of 200,000. Okay, after the household contents were evaluated for insurance policies, he bought an additional lounge suite. Okay, so here Bomvana basically pays 200,000 or pays a premium, okay, towards his household content, okay, and that premium covers content to the value of 200,000, okay. So after all of his furniture and whatnot are evaluated for insurance policy, and they basically told him that, okay, we're going to cover you for your household contents to the value of 200,000. And now he basically now decides, after they've done that evaluation and that deal is signed, sealed, and delivered, he decides that now he wants to basically buy a new lounge suit. Sweet. Do you say sweet or right? So if he basically decides to now buy a new lounge suit, right? What will happen? How will that affect his My Home content premium? Is his premium going to decrease? Okay, the amount that he pays towards his household content, is it going to decrease? Is it going to increase? Okay, so this is just simple, guys. If you're adding additional furniture to your home, right, that basically means that now your premiums will have to increase because there's something else now that has been added to the premium. Okay, so it's not going to stay the same, it's not going to go less, but it's going to increase. So in this case, because he's basically made the purchase of this lounge suit, now that will increase his premium, okay, because he'll have an additional item of furniture that he will need to have covered in an event of, let's say, theft, fire, natural disaster, so on and okay. So his premium will increase to a price that is more than 200,000. Okay, right. Let us write that down. Okay, so his premiums will increase because he now has additional furniture that will need to be covered. The premium will increase to a value more than 200,000. Okay, so we are basically done with question 2.1, right? That basically dealt with us having to analyze this insurance policy document. This falls under financial documents, having to analyze financial documents, right? So please make sure that if you're struggling with analyzing financial documents, you have a look at the great video tutorials that I've basically created for you guys, where I've went through different financial documents that you guys need to be able to analyze, right? That will really help you in tackling such problems. Okay, but I think also the take from this question is just calculating percentage. Okay, very important. Percentage. Think of the value of the value that you want to calculate percentage of. Think of what is the total, right? And then just think, if you're calculating percentage, you just want to multiply by 100, right? Also, what's very important, very, very important in this question is calculating that VAT amount. Think of that VAT amount as 15%, the amount excluding VAT, okay? It's your initial amount, okay? It's just 100%. And then the amount that includes VAT as 115%. Then you think, what do you want? What do you have? In this case, you want the amount including, or the VAT amount. So you multiply it by that, 15%. What do you have? You have the amount including VAT, which is 115%. If you follow this, literally, you can just shift from, let's say, a 50 to a 70 in Mathslit, and you obviously study and you go through all my video tutorials, you'll pass. Okay, so just make sure that you get this important concept. It's very important. They like asking it all the time. Okay, and I also put a end screen to video tutorials where I've gone through similar questions, and I also put a card as well. So have a look at those other video tutorials where a similar concept or similar question was asked, where you had to calculate VAT. Try it, see if you can do it. Okay, see you guys on my next video tutorial. We're going to be tackling a question that deals with water tariffs. I've done video tutorials, numerous video tutorials, where I've gone through bank tariffs, water tariffs, electricity tariffs, transport tariffs. Please make sure that you have a look at those video tutorials because they're important. Tariff systems do come out in your exam, so you need to understand them, all of them. Okay, and be prepared. So we'll have a look at that question. Try it on your own, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video tutorial. That is it, guys, and I'll see you guys on my next upload, Distance Learning with Lee, where I make learning mathematics super easy. Bye, guys.